Hughie Mutton, and getting back to you there, I just seen your DVDs. We all haven't time to be scratching our holes like you. You're coming on more shit talk about me saying we cut this fella, we cut that fella. Yes, I did say we cut people, and we cut loads of people. I cut loads of travelling men. It wasn't just going to you. It wasn't going to you under any circumstances, as I explained this to you already. But you have a problem, so now we'll carry the problem through, and we'll finish it at the end this time, right? Now, the first man I ever cut was in 1993 in a house fair called Boris, with Hughie's Johnny. We were in a pub, Johnny was drinking, I was there. We got into a row with fellas over pool, and Johnny knows this. I gave a fella 2 blows of a stall bar and left him in hospital for 4 or 5 days with it. I nearly killed him, right? Now, I cut several men after that. I gave a Dunholm man here in Portlaoise 20 staples in the head with a blow. I left a Riley man in Thurles with 2 stabs of a knife in hospital. The amount of countrymen that I cut and bet is too many to name out, right? We had a row with the lynchers in Carlow. We cut them up. We left 6 of them in hospital. None of them men took offence, or none of them men made DVDs applying. And Jimmy Lynch is an awful lot hell of a wickeder man than you, I can tell you that. Because at least he'll go places and he'll fight. It was more than you'll do. And you're around about running in the square. There was no gang belonging to us got into the square. The other 2 carloads of people that was with me was surrounded with guards that she had waiting, bring us into the trap. But me being an idiot, being thick-headed, fell in for your trap and went down. They never got in. Me and a country boy, your one nephew got in. That's all who got in. And I know who was there. I'm not going to mention the people's names because of some of the people I'm talking to now, and it's water under the bridge and not bringing their names in. But there was no 4 or 5 Gossins and you and Tommy. You know who was there, the whole lot of you who was there. But I'm not bringing in people's names because there's people I don't want any arguing off, and no more arguing off. I want to know arguing off you, but you bring it on yourself. Now you saying you wouldn't put the hospital. You came to Kildare Market looking for trouble. Nobody ran. People tried to explain to you. You wouldn't listen. You were the first man to raise your hand and hit the big false punch. You had done nothing, right? Then you picked up stall bars. You start to carry on. You bring John Motton's son back out of England. You never told the boy the truth who you were fighting with. The boy didn't have a clue who he's fighting with. The boy didn't want no trouble with us at all. But you didn't tell the boy the truth. You bring the boy in and told the boy that was McDonough people you were fighting with, right? Go back to the Dublin Road. You pulled the 3 McDonoughs, Peter, Patrick and James, right? Well, apart from Peter, it's the only right man out of the 3 of them that would stand. He couldn't stand on his own. The other 2, I have a father over there, 65 years of age. It run the 2 of them. That's why we're not worried about fighting them or why around this town or one bit bothered about them. That's how used to the men they are. So it's up to them to answer up to you for themselves, which they're not going to because they're big shitbags like you. Now, getting back to Kildare, you said you wouldn't put the hospital. You would put the hospital. With the back of your skull broke in, your chin busted, your lip busted, 3 of your teeth left in the ground, and only for Patrick McDonough, you'd be in the graveyard because I meant finishing you. And that's an Alice and our mommy and old daddy's graves in Ballymccormick graveyard. It was your life I meant taking. Whoever fell underneath me that day with a weapon if I could help it, wasn't getting up. And the same stays now. The man that falls underneath me with I have a weapon in my hand, he ain't getting up. So he better get me first, because if I get him down, he's not getting up. And fuck the guards after that. And as for jail, I done some kind of jail, not a lot. A couple of times I done small jail. You wouldn't do a day in jail. You wouldn't be able for jail. Because you'd be going around with your bullying ways and you come out with about 100 scars in your face for your bullying and your carrying. You wouldn't be able to do jail in the beginning anyway. You that's 30 years dealing and stolen stuff in Dublin and you haven't got one conviction for it, for the simple reason. You have every guard's number in Ballymun in your phone, and you have every old innocent fella that to drop you in stuff and you get them caught in the way of coming in with it and they're going out. You have half of Dublin in jail. You dirty informer, you fool, you. Now, you come back. You will bring the nearest hospital in the back of an ambulance. I was looking up at you. You were left for a priest and doctor. There was people around your bed with rosary beads, saying prayers for you not to die. Now, if a man done what I done to you, and the amount of time that you met me 1 month to the day after that, up at my grandmother's wake. You hadn't got, you would go, your head was still left red raw. It was like an old raw chicken's arse. It was that red, still from the blow, right? I met you hundreds of times after that. I met you at the boxes, I met you all over. Right? If you done that to me, Hughie, I'd have you got 10 years ago. There's no way I'd let you go with what you done to me. Now you're on about meeting. I'd meet you in Hillbogger Mountain. You leave the guards out of it, right? So you don't be talking about cyber. You were 2 days later after you getting the blow, you were in Kildare Barrack. Because I was rang the next day to go up to make a statement. You were in making a statement. So you're the guards man, right? Now, you keep making DVDs, and I'll keep making them back for you, and I'll keep calling your names. And this trouble was meant to be over and done with, as far as we were concerned. But you seem to have a problem, so you let the trouble go on again. And if you want the one trouble that was going on 10 years ago, well, you bring it on. And anybody that wants to help you, they're more than welcome to help you. That's up to them. And whoever we want to help, we'll get the help. But there's one thing we never done. We had 6 or 7 fellas at the most. That's all we ever had. You had 9 and 10 and 12. And you had loads. Again, you got people involved. They're not going to mention the names from that we never had an argument with in our life. The people stuck with you for a while, and then they dropped out because they knew you were using them, right? So you don't be coming over any shit talk. We never rang around the country looking for backup or help. Or Hughie Martin has a big gang of fellas, we need help to come and get. We stood our ground with the 5 or 6 fellas that we had. You never done nothing back. You're the man that got the blow, you're the man that got the cut. It was you that was, you should have done something back about it. It was up to you, nobody else. Not your cousins, not your brothers, not your nephews, not your sons, nobody. It was up to you. I cut you, it was up to you to cut me. And when you meet me, if you think you're able to do it, you do it. But believe me, the man that falls underneath me, because the day that you fell underneath me in Kildare, right, only for Patrick McDonough put the bar on my hand, you wouldn't be alive tonight making these DVDs. Because you'll be long and long buried. I don't know where you'll be buried, probably Ballymun somewhere, but you'll be long and long buried. You'll be forgot about now. And the man that falls underneath me this minute, the night or the morning or the next day, and I have a waiting in my hand, if I get him down, he won't get up. I don't care who he is or what name he is. He falls underneath, a man comes to me with a weapon to try to bait me, and he falls underneath me, up he won't get. And that's, understand that. So when you meet me, by all means, you approach me, kid, no problem. With your half a brain, and you have a forehead out of you the size of a turnip. So you can't miss it. It won't be missed with a blow. And it won't be a bar this time you'll be getting hit with. It'll be an awful lot more. It'll be an awful lot more than a bar. It won't be a bar you'll have to be worried about this time. I can tell you that. Now, dog's breath. Get back. Make another DVD. Because I love calling names. I love making DVDs. I do this all night long. I do it all night. I love it. I love it. I love it. You keep making them. Half a brain. The greyhound was eating your brain for a whole month up in Kildare Market. You dirty looking idiot. You fool you. You said to me, I'm the worst man of my name. You're the worst man of a human being. You're the worst man out there that was ever born. A fool you are. A fool. An old half soft country boy you cut years ago in Bellewstown, and you got a name out of it. And you said you never ran. When you cut an innocent boy years ago in the Curra Market, you hidden because bogey and put the safe covers on top of you. When one in the beginning men was looking for you. Outside years ago at the old Ryan's pub I was with you, you were 18 years of age, you were getting married. You gave a countryman a box in the jaw. And you ran down the Pat Road and blew murder, help, he's going to kill me, get the guards. You gave the man a false box, the man got and took after you. So that was twice I seen you running. And I could name out another 10 or 12 times you ran. Years ago we were 2 Goslings coming up from the town. I was 16, you were about 18. Outside Casey's pub in Portlaoise. There was a drunken man, you started to carry an arm at the man. The man hit you, you fell. I picked up a rock, and then I broke the man's whole face out with a blow of the rock. 2 more men came out of the pub. You ran on through the railway tracks, and left me outside Casey's pub fighting with the men. Oh yeah, I got bet. The men bet me. I was 16 years of age. The men bet me, because you ran. That's why. I don't say you don't remember them things. Because you can't, well, maybe you can with your half a brain, but I still believe you can remember them some of the bit. So don't say you never ran, because you ran loads of times. You did run. You ran loads and loads of times. So don't be coming out with shit talk. You never ran. You dirty. You're 10 years killing me, Hughie. You're 10 years getting me, killing me. What you're going to do and what you're not going to do. Do you think I take your threat serious? You dirty looking fool, ya. You fool, ya.